Hello everyone, this is kind of a review of the Rhino Rescue Trauma Kit C that everyone's probably social media feeds are getting blown up with right now. Kind of seems like they're everywhere. So this is their Trauma Kit C, everything it comes with it. It's kind of a blend between a hemorrhage control and general first aid kit without all the ancillary medications and that kind of stuff. So it's a good kit to purchase to add on to a generic first aid kit, or to have a smaller, little bit more advanced hemorrhage control with a little bit of splinting built in with it. So you can see here what it comes with. A lot of stuff that you might want to keep, or you might just want to get rid of, kind of like the first aid kit and the TCCC card. It is a good first aid manual. It goes over every single piece of equipment that it comes with the kit and kind of a generic use on them with a step-by-step guide. To me, that just takes up room, and it's something that I don't need. Next, you're going to see it just comes with a generic Rhino Rescue 18-inch splint. It's a aluminum sandwiched foam board, just like a SAM splint or anything like that. 18 inches is a good overall medium. You can cut it down with the trauma shears that are included with the kit to make smaller for fingers or something like that. But it'll still support, a forearm or a lower ankle or something like that. Speaking of the trauma shears, this is them. They have a lot of kind of, I guess, gimmicky things that come with it, but it's just a standard generic piece of trauma shears. Has an oxygen wrench. However, most people aren't going to carry oxygen bottles with them. But we'll do the penny test to see, kind of the standard for trauma shears. And it cuts it just fine. Still operational. Little mark there, but nothing big. So yeah, I would say, that's a decent set of shears. Comes with an NPA, or a nasopharyngeal airway. It's actually a 28 French, as opposed to typically the 26 French that comes with most kits. It's made of a little bit harder material, but I'm sure it'll still work fine, and it does come with the lubricating jelly that would get taped to it. Comes with just a generic eye shield that you could use your combat tape or duct tape that it comes with it, that you could put that in there. 2.5 meters of duct tape that's 5 centimeters wide. So a decent amount, and you could utilize those together. Comes with an elastic bandage. One thing that I don't like about this packaging is it's vacuum sealed, but there's no quick breakaways. And when you smash it down, you're smashing the bandage. So you're actually gonna have to pull at it to try to get it to open. And that's just something that, in a trauma kit, when you're starting to lose that fine dexterity, that you don't want to have to deal with. That if it came with a quick breakaway, that would be much better. Then there's a wrapper that you're gonna have to defeat before you can get that out. And it's just a generic bandage with the aluminum clips, and it has quite a bit of stretch, but as you can see, it's very thin, so it's not thick like an ace bandage would be. So there's going to be quite a few wraps to actually get the coverage that you're going to need. However, it looks like it comes with quite a bit. Comes with an emergency blanket. Reflects up to 90% body heat. This is kind of one of those things when people ask, well, why is there emergency blanket and a hemorrhage control kit? You got to keep them warm. Well, this blanket isn't going to add additional heat. This is only going to reflect what the casualty's heat already has. So you're going to need some type of active warming as well, but it's still good. Could be rainy, could be something like that. You could use this to help protect them from environmental injuries. Keep the sun off them or something like that. It is a decent size. It's 160 by 210 centimeters. But it's just a thin Mylar blanket. So then for hemorrhage control, we have the compressed gauze. It's a 6-layer open woven design in a Z-fold package. And actually with this one, I really like what the packaging that it comes with. It's 4.5 inches by a little over 4 yards, 6-ply cotton. These tears on here are actually extremely easy. A lot of times, you need to pre-cut or make tabs so that you can tear it easily, but this one actually comes with very, very easily. Very nice vacuum sealed form that you can smash it down pretty good to get into your kit. The emergency bandage, same thing. These tears, extremely easy. We'll actually open this one up so we can take a look at it. But this is the 6-inch emergency bandage. Trauma wound dressing, hemorrhage control bandage. It's just a compression bandage, right? So you get it open, then another package. So know your equipment. First time you want to use this, you don't want it to be in this, secondary package when you expect to just open it. So again, you can see it's just a generic compression bandage with, again, the easy tear red tabs. I'm actually going to try to re-vacuum seal this, so we're going to cut the top off so I can maintain those red pull tabs. So again, it's wrapped appropriately, has a nice sponge on there. This is a lot better elastic bandage than that first one, right? It's still pretty thin, but it definitely has a lot of stretch built into it. And then for just closure, it's just going to be the Velcro design. We'll go into the 4-inch. Again, emergency bandage, trauma wound dressing, hemorrhage control bandage. Kind of the same thing. This is the 4-inch as opposed to the 6-inch. And I'm not going to save those exterior packages. So here it is all wrapped up. Label other side towards wound. We're going to cut this off, see if we can re-vacuum seal this one as well. Trauma shears cut the plastic real well. So they could have done a little bit better in the vacuum sealing. That's how it was vacuum sealed up. A little wide. Could have taken the time. I see it was Z-folded. Z-folded in there so it's quick access. I kind of get that. So this is just kind of a generic Israeli style with a pressure bar on it. The pressure bar appears to be glued on with some type of adhesive there. Again, a smaller bandage. A little bit of elastic, but there's not a lot in there. And then it's going to have the C-style clamps to secure when you get done wrapping. Decent tensile strength on the pressure bar. So hopefully that's not going to break. I don't see any type of markings on there, or if it's nylon reinforced or not. No, I don't feel any fibers in there, so I doubt it's nylon reinforced plastic at all. But again, just a generic Israeli style emergency bandage. Does come with a pair of gloves. And then the combat cravat. So this is our triangle bandage, right? So it is a air permeability reinforced fiber, is what it states on the package. So it's actually a decent size triangle bandage. It's actually very big. So the material, it definitely does feel like it is air permeable, is reinforced on the exterior with a piece of sewn in fabric. Curious about this. Yeah, so that's probably why they have the reinforcement on the side, because it does rip pretty easily. It almost looks like one of those disposable hospital sheets. So be careful, pulling tension, that kind of stuff. You definitely couldn't use this for an improvised tourniquet. I think it would probably fail before you got the pressure that you would need, but it'd be interesting to see. I do like how it has the reinforced. It's extremely light. It doesn't take up much. I'm going to be able to vacuum seal this back down after I fold it up into a very small package. And it does come with a rubber band and a couple of clothespins. Chest seals. Comes with 2 chest seals. One thing I do like is apparently they're getting some counterfeits coming in. So it does have a official verify scratch off seal there. You can see they both have that. And it just has, it confirmed this is, their product and not somebody else trying to make it on. So there's a vintage chest seal and a non-vintage chest seal. These tabs are a little bit harder to open than the red ones. So you may need to slice just a little bit more to make that easier. We're going to open up this chest seal here. So this is the non-vintage chest seal. So it comes folded in 4. With your gauze. So it's a single chest seal in here. The hydrogel is kind of coming out around. It looks like where they cut. Again, kind of like everyone's used to seeing. Decent adhesive on the hydrogel. I would say, like a hyphen or something is definitely stickier than this. I would say this is very similar to an Oles. I can't puncture the backing with my thumbnail, so it has definitely a decent backing to it. And has decent stretch. So I'd say this is a decent chest seal. I do like it comes with a little bit of gauze, because you're going to need to wipe down before you apply. Yeah, the adhesiveness, I would say, is okay for a chest seal. And for the price point for this kit, you guys, I think I paid $47 for this whole thing. That's with their coupon code for May. That is a very good bargain for the price. And then I think probably what everyone is curious about is the Rhino Rescue tourniquet. So it comes with this nice holder, single moly attachment. Comes with a small pen for timestamp if you choose to timestamp it. The case seems like it is made fairly decently. Feels like it may be a Cordura type material. And then the tourniquet. Comes with a little bit of instructions manual. So the stitching on the tourniquet actually looks like to be fairly decent. Has some welds on the end. Doesn't look to be fraying at all. The windlass is thicker than, say, the original Gen Cats. Gen 7 Cat's going to be thicker. Rigidity is pretty good. It's a 2-buckle design, it looks like. I'll have to look through and see the recommendations for arm versus legs. So they're just breaking it down into a one-handed and two-handed. So they're saying for a single hand, you're just going to route it through the first. Two-hand, you're going to actually take the time and route it through here. I'll be curious of the Velcro strength. As if, say, their single-handed method would be okay for a thigh wound and not come undone. But the Velcro does seem pretty strong. We're obviously going to set up our tourniquets, right? We're going to prepare them, and it comes that way. I do like that it already comes that way. We'll do more testing on this to see what it's capable of, and see if it's going to fail, right? There's a lot of, you know, people online that are testing it to failure and that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're not going to use this once we start playing with it. One design that I do see, you know, this is, you know, a cat-like design, but it's a little bit different. It's their own product. It's the same 1.5 inch with a 1-inch ribbon going through. But you can see this spacing for the windlass, the retaining clip, it's a lot smaller than, say, on a cat. So it's actually going to take a little bit more time to get it in there, I think. And when you're putting it on those off angles, sometimes this is distorted. So I'm curious at how that's going to work to try to get that in that clip when it's distorted like that. So like I said, we'll test it more. We'll see how it holds up. But overall, it looks like it's a decent design, and I think it should work well. Especially for the money, like I said. My news feed is getting flooded with it. I had to try it to see what it's like. For the, you know, under $50 I paid for this kit, I think it's an absolute bargain. And it just opens up the possibilities for more people to have access to, you know, emergency medical equipment, specifically life-saving hemorrhage control products at a price that, you know, everyone can afford. So nice work, Rhino Rescue. I look forward to purchasing more products and seeing what other things like your hemostatics will be capable of.